everybody, welcome to class. This is Holly with Flow by Holly. Today we're going to be moving through a nice shoulder opening flow. So perfect for those days where you've been maybe hunched over your desk or sort of slumped forward in a bit of a glum mood. So yeah, we're just going to find some openness and expansion through the shoulder blades, finding that retraction and just squeezing the shoulders together, finding a bit of juiciness and flow. So coming onto your mats, we're going to start as I usually like to start, in a nice deep child's pose. So thinking about bringing the knees wide to the edges of your mat. And then just sinking the hips down, extending the fingertips long, finding length under the chest. I like to take a little bit of movement here, so swaying the body side to side. And just dropping into your practice here. Just recognizing that you've taken this time for yourself. You've shown up on your mat, you've popped this flow on, you've done all of that work. So now just soak it up, enjoy it, be here. Okay, you can't be anywhere else. You can't figure any of that other stuff out right now. So just be in your practice. Take a minute for you. Attention to the breath. Just try to elongate the inhale and the exhale. Yeah, and just finding stillness within this breath. From here, we're going to come straight away up into a tabletop position. And then taking a few rounds of cat-cow, as we like to do. So pressing into the mat. Exhale. Inhale, extending the chest high to the ceiling, taking the gaze along with you. Exhale, pushing the mat away. And again, inhale. Really feeling these movements right from the beginning. Sort of setting the tone for how you want to go into this practice. How you want to feel. Okay? Expansive, open, rejuvenated, all of that good stuff. Final round. Inhale. And as we exhale, let's tuck the toes, come up into a downward facing dog. Let's just pedal the feet out here. Finding a bit of fluidity right the way down the hamstrings, bringing one heel down and then the other, and then just coming to stillness, trying not to fidget or move, just being okay if the knees are bent, not worrying about that. Okay, so finding length from the crown of the head right the way to the tail. And then from here, let's start to ripple into a high plank position and then just bend the knees. Bring everything back. Downward facing dog and then ripple. Okay, so it's like these beautiful little waves up and down the mat, finding length and a bit of mobility through those shoulder blades right the way down the spine. Closing the eyes if you like. This is the beautiful thing about a home practice, is it doesn't matter what you look like or what you're doing. You just move how you want to. Staying in that high plank position, I just want you to hold and engage the core. Okay, so setting up first. Ultimately, this posture, this high plank, we're in a lot through the practice. So switching on through the core, pressing into all 10 fingers, and it's like your arms are little straws, sucking everything back up to the shoulders, and then finding length through the heels here. Can we press down, and then just coming into a downward facing dog right away. Well done. Just taking 3 soothing breaths in your down dog, perhaps setting an intention for how you would like to flow through the practice, through your day, what you want to gain or let go of. So center through that left foot here. Inhale, right leg goes high to the sky. Exhale, stepping forward, low lunge, dropping that back left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms high overhead. And then find a little bind. I want you to press up to the ceiling on an inhale. And then as we exhale, let's cactus those arms open, retract the shoulder blades. Again, inhale, bind. And exhale, cactus the arms. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Hands come to frame the front foot. Stepping back. High plank. Moving through our first chaturanga. Let's drop the knees. And then bring the body forward and down. Elbows wrap around to the rib cage. Coming into a little cobra. So pressing down through the fingers gently. And then extending through that posterior chain. Just thinking about the neck here. Can we bring the gaze just forward of the mat to avoid that hyperextension of the neck? Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the toes, coming up through knees or the toes, high plank. And then coming up and over to a downward facing dog. This time let's center the right foot, lift the left leg high. Exhale, stepping forward, dropping straight away to that low lunge. Inhale, arms sweep high above head. Finding that little bind, press, press, press. Beautiful length through the side body. And then cactus through the arms. Again, inhale. Exhale. I like to sort of drop into that back hip flexor as I move through these movements. Exhale. Hands come to frame that front foot again, stepping back, high plank. Moving through your flow, perhaps this time staying on the toes. We're going to drop slowly for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. And this time bringing those fingertips back. Pushing slightly into the mat, engaging the glutes. Can we raise the feet? And then can we extend the arms back, locust pose? So right away, finding that retraction of the shoulder blades. Like we're squeezing something that we love and we don't want to lose between our shoulder blades. Squeeze, 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 and then let it all go. Just perhaps put your cheek to the mat and just feel the body melt after creating a little bit of heat. Dropping the cheek to the other side. And then just bringing those fingertips back down towards the rib cage, coming up and over, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. From here, center the left foot, lift the right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, stepping forward. This time, high lunge, stay. Inhale, arms go high. Press to the ceiling. And just shift the weight back. Back over that right, keeping that right knee at a 90-degree angle. And yeah, just shifting the weight back. Cactusing the arms to the side. And inhale, coming up and out of that lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, drop. Again, inhale, press. Exhale, drop. This time let's extend the arms behind us, finding that little bind, retracting the shoulder blades again. And exhale, hands come to frame the front foot. Step the right leg back to meet the left, and then moving through your flow. This time just coming halfway down, pressing up and over, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Well done. Straight away, center the right foot. Inhale, left leg goes high to the sky. Exhale, stepping forward, staying in that high lunge position. Arms come up above head. Binding the fingers, pressing the hands to the ceiling. And then as we exhale, let's cactus the arms and drop through that back right hip flexor again. Press to the ceiling. And then drop, finding that cactus position. One more round like this. Inhale, press. Exhale, cactus. And then a little beautiful bind behind us, little baby back bend. Extending, reaching for that back heel. And then hands just come to frame the front foot, stepping to a plank. Moving through a flow, so coming down halfway, low plank. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Just from here, take a few breaths. Just center yourself. Finding a little bit of release here through the hips, rocking side to side. Now centering through that left foot. Again, lift the right leg high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, stepping forward. High crescent lunge. Arms come above head. Finding that bind. Press to the ceiling for 3, 2, and 1. This time we're going to come through arrow here. So sweeping the fingertips back. Retraction of the shoulder blades. Holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. Again, inhale, arms go high. Exhale, arrow head. A little quicker. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, arrow head. This time finding the bind behind you. Hold on, hold on. And then from here, I just want you to turn the shoulders away over towards the right. Okay, so a little movement through the torso. The legs stay strong and steady, grounded. And we're finding that strength through the back as we open the chest. Coming back through center, I want you to stay with me. Extend the arms long, hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Well done, hands come to frame the front foot. Woo, that right leg is on fire. High plank, moving through your vinyasa. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Straight away, center the right foot, left leg goes high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, stepping forward, high lunge, bringing those arms with us. Thinking about the length from the top of the finger here, right the way down to the hip. Can we extend? Can we grow? Taking a deep inhale. And as we exhale, arrow head. Okay, so bringing the neck with us. Gaze is just in front of the mat, just like at the beginning. Finding that one long line. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful release from that right hip flexor. And again, inhale. And exhale. You know where we're going. Find that bind. Reach the arms back first. Retract the shoulder blades. Bring that left hip back, okay, if it's splayed forward. And then shifting the weight over to the left. So just swiveling the arms. Everything else stays the same. Try to smile, it helps. Don't take this all too seriously. If you need to come out of it, do. And then just come back in. It's all good. Coming back through center. Staying with me through this fire. Reaching the hands back and then extending forward for 3, for 2, and 1. Dropping the fingertips to the mat. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Find that steadiness through the arms. And then just let it go through a chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Righty, we flow and we add on, so centering through the right foot, lift the left leg high this time. Exhale, stepping through. Keeping the right hand down, left arm goes high to the ceiling. And then from here, just taking some little circles with the shoulder. So thinking about openness through the chest, reaching back. And exhale, little shoulder circles. And then just simply stepping that left foot back to meet the right. Moving through your flow, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Other side, center the left foot, lift the right leg high. Exhale, stepping forward, left hand to the mat, planted and stable. Right arm goes high, finding that lovely open twist. And then giving the shoulder a bit more love, so sweeping the arm back and forward and back and forward like a little windmill, reaching, planting both hands to the mat. Now this time stepping forward, so left foot comes to meet the right. Let's just take a little forward fold. Okay, a lot of work retracting the shoulder blades. Just let everything splay forward now. And breathe. rocking side to side. Alright, and then bringing yourself to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and high. And then we're just going to take that little bind again behind us. So punching the hand down, retracting the shoulder blades. A little standing back bend. If this is a little bit too much, bringing the hands maybe to the waist, to the lower back. And then just finding a nice juicy little bend here. Dropping the head back if you like, if that's in your practice. And then coming forward. We're going to step the left foot back and the right and just come to downward facing dog, nothing too flashy. From here, let's center the left foot high. Right leg extends high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping forward, this time warrior one. As we inhale, come to warrior one. So blade edge of that left foot is grounded. Right knee is bent to 90 degrees. And then we just shift the weight slightly back, perhaps taking the fingers together, gaze is high, sitting low. And now bringing the hands behind us again, extend through the fist, reaching for the back heel. Chest is high. And then coming forward, humble warrior. So that right shoulder's nestling into the right knee. And we're bringing the torso down. And we're just breathing. From here, let's try hands free, warrior two. So we're opening out to a warrior two. Setting the feet up first. It's usually about heel to arch alignment. Tucking the tail under and then gazes over the front middle fingers. From here, we just drop low, sink. Reverse your warrior on the inhale. And as we exhale, right elbow comes to right knee. Extend the left arm up and over. Side angle. And then that left shoulder is almost hugging behind us. Okay, so we've had a lot of work opening the shoulders, so this should be able to sit nice and freely open. And then left hand comes behind us, find that little bind. This might be plenty. If you want to take the full bind, dropping the right hand underneath the right knee. And then just hooking on with the fingers, gazes back and long. Beautiful. From here, framing the front foot. I want you to drop that left knee and find a little forward fold. That should feel really nice. Letting everything go. Trying to bring that right hip back as we bend forward. And then coming forward, weight comes into the fingertips, stepping back, high plank. Lowering through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Other side, so right leg centers, left leg goes high to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping forward, warrior one. Finding that little setup first. Inhale. And as we exhale, we grow through the side body and we lower through the feet. Okay, so it's like we've got two little arrows from the hips. We're pulling up, but we're sinking down. And then we extend the hands behind us, find that bind first, lean back. And then coming forward, left shoulder nestles into that left knee, humble warrior. So again, that left hip has got a tendency to want to splay forward. Can you shift the weight back? So instead of this, we're actually coming a bit up and out of the pose. And breathe. Just notice if you're holding tension through the back of the neck, letting that go. From here, coming up and out, swiveling the arms open to warrior two. I'm facing away from you here. Tucking the pelvis under And then just sinking deep through that front left knee. Imagining I'm grabbing both of your fingers on either side, pulling you in opposite directions. And your job is to just stay steady through the core, through the midline. I think we're all used to being pulled in opposite directions at times in life. And it's about finding that steadiness and that calm, controlled mind frame when we are to make informed, proper decisions, wise decisions. Sinking low, flip that front palm, extend the arm up and over, side body, stretch, and then left elbow comes to left knee, right arm comes up and over. Just be in these more difficult poses. Whew, my legs are wobbling. Finding that bind, so right arm goes behind us, nestling into that left hip crease, and just staying here if you need. Otherwise, hooking the left hand under the left knee and taking that little bind here. Fingertips can stay here or be at the mat if you need a bit of support. Beautiful job. Coming back up, reverse that position and then finding a nice little counter pose. So dropping that right knee down to the mat, left toes come to the forehead, and just fold over that front knee. Coming back to your breath. Maybe noticing the change in the energetics through the body, through the openness of the chest, through the heat that you've created. And then just coming forward, stepping both feet to the top of the mat, and then just lowering down onto your back. Just hug the knees in for a moment, just taking a few circles with the pelvis, one way and the other. From here, we're just going to drop the feet, coming up into a bridge. Bit of a release through the front of the body here. And just reversing the way that we get into these postures. So taking a bind underneath, just like we have many times through today's class. Often in yoga, it's the same position, we're just in a sort of a different setup. Okay, so this time we're now lying on our back, but ultimately the posture's the same as it was in our warrior one when we had the arms bound behind us. So pushing through the chest, engaging the glutes, even weight down through the heels, and then just let that go. We're going to transition up into a wheel if that's in your practice, otherwise taking another round of bridge or supported bridge. You can use a block or you can bind the hands underneath just like this. Otherwise, if it's in your practice to come up through wheel, take that headband off. We're going to push through the heels of the feet and through the palms of the hands at the same time, coming up onto the crown of the head. So fingertips are pointing towards the shoulders. We then press the mat away, coming into a wheel, thinking about equal weight distribution through all four pillars, all four limbs, steady and stable. Perhaps playing with walking the toes closer to the fingers, maybe coming up onto the toe tips, and then looking under as if we're trying to look to our feet. Beautiful job. Coming down in your own time, vertebrae by vertebrae. So same way that you came in, I want you to come down to the crown. And then lower all the way down, hugging the knees to center. Taking a full inhale. And exhale. From here, we're simply going to drop the knees over to the left. And then using that left hand to maybe pull the knee down. Extending the right arm long and taking the gaze over to the right. Trying to maintain the shoulders onto the mat. And just being here. Allowing the body to slow down now and to know that it's done the work. Okay, you've put the work in. It's equally as important to just enjoy the rest and take the rest. So we can't be firing and going and going and going the whole time. Drop the knees the other way. Okay, but we also just can't be, I guess, in that restful state the whole time either. The body needs both. The mind needs both. And it's just noticing when you need more of which one. And if anything, the yoga practice is such a lovely way to enable this, because yeah, you can just modify it to suit how you feel that day. It's coming from a place of noticing what you need. And asking yourself why you need more or why you need less. Hugging the knees back into the midline, into the chest. Take a nice tight squeeze, like a little ball, maybe lifting the head up and off the mat. And then bringing everything long, moving into your final resting posture. Let the little feet splay out to the side, palms come to the ceiling. Take a full inhale and exhale, letting those shoulder blades melt into the back of the mat now. I've done so much work for you today, just letting them go. Imagining someone's pressing the fronts of the shoulder down into your mat now. Just feel that immediate ease that comes with that. You're relaxing the space between the eyebrows, just letting the tongue drop off the roof of the mouth. Just moving into this time for you. Shavasana. Bringing a bit of movement back into the body, inviting the day back in, bringing a bit of awareness back through the mind, the body, the breath. And then just slowly make your way up into comfortable seated position, keeping the gaze down. Just noticing how you feel after a pretty energetic flow, and how you feel for just taking that moment for yourself here. That moment to give yourself something back in your day. Taking a full inhale, and as we exhale, coming up. Hands come to heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys for a brilliant practice. I hope you feel a little bit more open and expanded through the shoulders, the chest, and ready to get back on with your day. So have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.